Hello everybody. Today we are going to learn how to set up SRDocManager to auto-recognize forms. So as you can see on my screen right now, I am on the first page of the program. When we just log in, I've selected a project. So we're going to start with setting up a couple of form templates that can be recognized later from the document card. So let's go to settings, project administrator, and I'm going to select a project that I know does not have any existing forms set up with it right now. So please note that forms have to be associated with one of the projects. So let's pick new project flow field, click setup forms. At this point, it's asking us to pick a existing image that we are going to use as a template for this form. So I'm going to randomly pick one image. What we see on the screen is all the fields of this project are there, and the vendor name field is in red, which implies that it's a required field, that we have set it up as a required field for this project. So let's go ahead and select. We can select any of the fields up here and set associated the associating zone to recognize the barcodes from the form. Since there is only one barcode on this particular screen, we are going to start and associate that with the vendor name. So we go to vendor name, we hit on recognize zone, our cursor changes into a crosshair, and we can go ahead and select the barcode up here. The barcode value is telling us what the barcode stands for. Now, if you notice, there is a regular expression edit box down on the bottom up here. What it does is it allows us to further fine-tune this barcode. For example, we can say that this form should only be recognized when the barcode starts with 2. So if we do that, we can write a regular expression up here. We can say that it's we started with a 2, and then we expect any number of any character. If you notice, the value went away. We have to recognize this zone again. So we hit on recognize and we select it. Nothing happened because this template was not recognized for this particular barcode. So let's go ahead and change this to 1 up here and then recognize this again. At this point, we have the value 11064. We can do other regular expressions up here. There is also a way to catch only a certain amount of this data, and we will come to it in a little bit. If I go ahead and try to save the form right now, it's saying that at least one field needs to be set as the identifier field, which will be used by the batch processing engine to identify a particular scanned image as this document. So we're going to set the vendor name, which changes to green, by the way, right now, and we go ahead and do save form. Now that we have learned how to set up the forms template, let's look at the forms templates in action. So we go back to the start page, we go to our document card, and we get some images in the card. We can always scan them. In order to save time, I'm going to just attach a couple of images that I have on my hard disk. Let's hit this create documents from the card button, and we see here a list of images called card pages and a list of all the forms that we have set up in the previous session. So we can select which forms to use to detect the documents. For example, I can say only use test profile form 4 and test form 1 to detect the documents from these images that we have. At this point, I can go ahead and click detect documents, and I have my list of documents which are grouped together using a color combination. As we can see, page 8 or image 8 and image 9 both belong to the same document. If one of the images has been recognized incorrectly, for example, page 15, which should have been a part of it, which should have been an independent document by itself, has been recognized as a part of as a continuation of page 14. I can always go ahead, right mouse click, and unrecognize that page. At this point, these documents have been detected, but they are not yet entered to the database. In order to enter these detected documents to database, we have to accept these documents. There is also an accept button right on the header, which can be used to check or uncheck all the detected documents. So I'm going to check a couple of those and verify that the fields has been recognized correctly. While I'm at it, I can also add some optional field data. For example, ABC 1, 2, 3. It's telling me that this field can contain only numbers, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then let's go to this and just enter ABC up here. Alright, so my documents are all set up. This add document button is available at this point, and I can go ahead and click that. Give it a second, and we can see all the documents that has been entered to the database shows up in red up here. Thank you very much. I will be back with you with more tutorials shortly.